thought I had it all together, but I was led astray.
Hello, hello. Alright, Rune's video, huh? Okay, I'll tell you everything I use. I use this one if I'm against a poke mage mid. Pretty much these... Ah, fuck, I don't have it shown, huh? These are the runes I use. If I go against a mid laner, dark thing... Fuck, you're right. Let me turn off camera. Wait, redo! Redo! Fuck, oh, you're right. Alright, let me prepare myself. Oh, I gotta repeat all of that, dude. Because it's a video. And I have to get it on video. Alright. These are the runes I use against poke champs or champs I can't kill. Because if you take Dark Harvest and you can't kill them, it's pretty worthless. And you're just gonna struggle in lane. With this build, you'll never struggle in lane because you have so much CDR. So you can just throw your Q to push the minions, and the cooldown won't be that long. Anyways, minion dematerializer. You need this because it helps you one-shot the minion at level 9. Because of my build, I normally don't buy that much AP early game. I just rush as much CDR as possible. So this helps with, you know, clearing the back line. You use 1 on each minion for 4%. So it has like a flat 4% after you use it once. And then the rest only gives you like 1% extra if you use on the same one. So I just use 1 on each, 1 on the caster, cannon, and melee. And then I use the rest on the caster. This one doesn't really matter. I kind of run out of mana because I spam so much. Because my CDR is so low. I grab mana flow. This one feels useless, but I could kind of see it being useful. This one's really good against someone that would assassinate you, like Syndra, but up to you. Scorch is garbage, because early game with this build, you don't poke them. You legit ignore them and just try to barrel the minion as much as possible. And this is for late game, because you're throwing away early game for a better late game. Might as well grab this. These two you can switch off for Futures Market or Minion Dematerializer. And the other build, the Assassin build, is Dark Harvest, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection. I think this one doesn't really matter, but I've never ever gotten Zombie Ward. Seems trash. This one's cool. This one's cool too. And then always Ingenious Hunter, but that's just me. I think this one's clean. And then you don't take CDR for this. You just go as much damage as possible. This one's, I feel like it's mandatory. This one's whatever. The other one, you just take whatever you want. Why impact over cheap shot? Because it gives you more damage. Like every time you play Gragas, you're always going to use your body slam first. And that gives you your lethality and whatnot. And magic pen. Cheap shot's okay. I think it's okay. I think this would be better on probably tank Gragas. But this is for AP. Oh, for tank Gragas? It's actually the same. Actually the same as the first one. It was this, this, and this. Rush as much CDR as possible. But for Bruiser tank, I never take Minion Dematerializer. I always go Futures Market when I go tank or Bruiser. Because you don't really need a... Your Q will never one-shot the minion because you don't buy that much AP. No love for the Resolve tree. I would if it gave CDR somewhere in that tree. I think it'd be good, but it doesn't provide any CDR. Dude, CDR is heaven for Gragas. First item, Sheen. If possible. And then, shit. What comes? As much CDR as possible. Sometimes I go for Lucidity. But, oh, and this. For sure this. Once you get these 3 items, you should have cap CDR by level 8. Pretty sure you're not going to get all this by level 8. But if you do, you'll have cap CDR. What's another alternative? You could do this. And then turn this into Gunblade. But, not Gunblade. Into Hextech Pro Belt, but the reason I don't do this on the CDR one is because I don't have Ingenious Hunter. The cooldown's too long. I just don't take it at all. I've actually been doing it on accident out of habit, but if I were to redo it, I would go like this. And you have like 0 AP off of this, but by level 9, if you dematerialize all the minions... Oh yeah, and there's Doran's Ring. Yeah, you should be able to one-shot the back line. I'm pretty sure. And if I'm wrong... Well, I feel like Shoes is good for early, but later it just gets in the way with all the CDR you get with Runes, Masters, Blue. But that's just me. That's true, but If you have Transcendence, all your extra CDR just turns into AP anyways. So it's not that bad. Because once you evolve this into this, you're gonna be like 50-60% CDR. But all the extra just gets turned into AP anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you go over cap. This gives 90 AP. If you go over the cap, this gives you like 100, 110. So it's not that much of a loss. Oh yeah, sometimes I like to build tank. But that'll probably complicate things. Okay, I'll do it anyways. Alright, sometimes I build tankish mid if I'm against an AP. Because with this build, you could go in constantly and just shit on the opponent if they're poke mages. Because poke mages are weak against champions that have low CDR or auto attack a lot. Poke mages usually have like super long cooldowns. So if you transition into CDR, you'll become one of those champs that they're weak against. And if you have MR to tank all their damage, you could beat them down with just base damages. Easy, easy. Yeah, pen shoes is good too. But if you get this, you'll get the extra 10% CDR sooner. Pen is stronger though. The playstyle's extra pussy. All you do is throw Qs on the minions. If you harass them, you're playing it wrong. Don't fucking harass them. Until the first recon when you get Sheen. I think around level 5 you get Sheen. That should be about 20% CDR by then. And yeah, I think by the time you recall your first recall, that sounds weird. You should have Sheen. And once you have Sheen, you should be able to trade with them easily. But for then, you just gotta, for the first half, you just gotta farm up. And bring TP. That way you don't lose anything and you get your free item without, dying, I guess. Oh yeah, on the CDR one, you don't buy Dark Seal. Try your best to resist buying Dark Seal. I think it's okay, but it hinders your build because you're trying to rush as much CDR as possible. Buying it will slow you down. This one's AP, bruh. Alright. And then you grab this. Looks good, right? And that's it. That's basically it. You're done. Then you upgrade this. You're done. And then you grab the shoes. You're more done. That's basically it. You upgrade this. Basically, not in that order, but these items. These could be in that order. Basically, if you could kill your lane, this is what you build. But if you can't and you take these masteries, you probably gotta buy this last. Probably gotta buy like this. Or you could buy like this. If you're losing lane on the first recall and you can't get any pokes in, but you're running out of mana and they're still healthy, you gotta buy this first. Because obviously the same shit's gonna happen if you buy this. You should grab this before you get shoes. Then you could get level 1 shoes somewhere along the lines. But basically the build order is this one's whatever, this one's first, or this one's first. And then you get shoes somewhere in between, and then you should always buy this. This will guarantee you one-shot the backline level 9, if you have it by then. And yeah, that's basically it, honestly. This is a good opportunity. For Ari, I would definitely do this one. Oh, dude, it's loud as fuck. Yeah, for Ari, I would go these. She's killable, but she's difficult to kill because her passive heals her a lot, and she pokes you a lot in lane. Basically, this is the safest way to win lane against her. Chat's kind of blocking it, but you know what it is. Don't matter. Let's see. Syndra, I would do this one. Ari, I would use this one. Yasuo, maybe not, but it's okay too, because Yasuo's kind of weak to M or CDR, but he's still really strong because he attacks like consistently with barely any cooldown. Champs like that are really dangerous. What else? What other champs? Lux, I would probably go this. Brand, I would go this. Fizz, I would go Dark Harvest. Talon, I would go Dark Harvest. Basically anything with almost no range. Zed, I would definitely go Dark Harvest. Zed's a pretty fun matchup. But then all those champs I listed with Dark Harvest are actually like killable in lane. Lux and them, they're killable, but it's kind of a gamble when you have Dark Harvest against Lux. If you don't land any Qs, you're gonna lose lane. If you don't land anything and you can't kill her, she's gonna win lane just by default. Because you're using all your resources to harass her and you're failing. And she has like a way easier, you know, way to harass you. So she wins out. But if you go this build, ignore her and just farm. Eventually you'll either beat her in farm or outscale. Actually, Gragas scales pretty well. People say he's bad late game, but he's actually like intensely OP late game. He's really strong late game. This helps get you there. Basically, I said it already, this build is just so you don't lose early game against champions that shit on you, because your early game is really weak. Your early game damage is high, but your early game laning phase is horrendous. Yeah, this just lets you get over the hump. Humpity hump hump. Yes, master, thanks for brainwashing. Hey, no problem, dude. No problem, dude. I got you. Alright, we're good. Alright, dudes. Peace, peace. Much love. Alright. Adios, bros.